That's objective Charlie lost.
Hello and welcome to the Battlefield Top Plays. In today's episode we have a selection of blind enemy clips. This is a bit of a trend with Battlefield 5 and this series has been going on for quite some time, showcasing some of the worst plays that you'll see from enemy players. I think you'll agree the first clip we saw today was pretty incredible. Yuuki is next, playing on this Twisted Steel grind game mode. A little bit of a popular position this on Bravo objective as you push through the enemy team who all seem to be camping behind sandbags and bits of cover and stuff like that. And the reason this clip's included, not only because it's got a load of kills in it, but just how bad can an enemy team be, you will see as he rips through them, pretty much using a melee weapon only. As you guys know, I am partnered with Instant Gaming, and this week we are going to be continuing that giveaway that has around a week or so left to go. You can find it in the description down below, and if you're after some cheap games, you can check out the website as well. There's lots of deals going on, and if you're after a Battlefield game, well, they seem to be going very cheap at the minute. Well worth a look if you've got a friend who might want to play alongside you. Moving on, it's DrCow playing on Narvik. He's going on a bit of a flank and he manages to get around 15 or 16 kills in the space of 30 seconds when he gets going, absolutely mowing down the enemy team as they just completely fail to deal with him and they all get taken out.
How many kills I got?
Moving on, it's Longing Poet 57, Narvik moving up the ladder, as you can tell, onto one of these flanks. Now I would like to say that a lot of the clips in this episode are going to be in similar positions, Narvik, on Grind, maybe Twisted Steel or Devastation of Rotterdam, and the problem with that is that it's a little bit repetitive, but to be fair, it's not the player's fault. DICE just won't give us any new maps or any new game modes in certain areas of other maps that can be interesting, and that's one of the biggest problems with Battlefield 5 at this point. Nonetheless, this clip from Poet is quite a nice one. Status 187 is playing on Narvik. It's this section of the Ground Operations mode where you manage to get the really nice northern lights and it's quite a nice atmosphere. That being said, the enemy team don't really care for that as they're not looking at anything. Clearly, this guy just lies on the floor and takes out pretty much all of the enemy team. Hella 222 is next up on Rotterdam. This little push on the staircase is quite a common one for flanks. The enemy team are all over the place and he has one of the worst weapons for flanking in the game with the drilling. This thing will only do a couple of enemies at once before you have to get a couple more shells in the weapon, but that doesn't matter because these enemy players are just all awful and he gets most of them taken out. Ali Akrabori's next. This is on Devastation of Rotterdam and a push towards Alpha objective on Grand Operations. It's difficult to spot people on this map, especially before that little update that will hopefully fix some of the visibility issues in Battlefield 5, but he manages to spot them out and gets a load of kills for himself. The enemy team though let themselves down, and I think really he's completely invisible for them as none of them shoot him and he takes all of them out. A pretty evil play from MetalKutte as he takes out this camping sniper in the best way possible. Sumladar is going to be playing on Devastation of Rotterdam. He's positioned himself in the Cathedral in the corner here, using one of the worst tactics in the game, going prone and hiding in a corner, but to be fair, it is very effective. Now the big thing about this clip is that enemies just continue to push him, and surely they should realise that there is someone in the corner, and that is what's killing all of their teammates. But they don't, and he gets himself around 14 kills in about 30 seconds or so.
Oh. Let me die, don't. Just keep killing him. I'm spray painting him. Oh my god. Oh, they hate you.
Moving on, we have Regent, and he gets himself in a great position. Pretty much by luck, he goes down, gets himself picked up by a squad mate, and then sits there as the enemy team have no clue where he is, and he racks up some serious kills.
What? No. What? No way. No way. No way. No way, man. No way. What? What just happened? No.
Kasperzwag is going to be next, playing on Narvik. In the assault class, he's going on an aggressive push on the grind game mode that I really wish would return to the game, or at least at the time of making this video, it still isn't back. I do have a feeling it will return though, because moments like this cannot be passed up by DICE. They have to realise how cool some of this stuff can be. On Bravo, he pushes up towards the enemy team, gives them a couple of warning shots with dynamite to start off. They don't seem to deal with him or even care, so he gets right up close and personal and takes them all down.
Oh my god, Willie. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my.
I'm still alive.
Oh my god! What the fuck was that?
No! Okay, I'm clear.
Now unfortunately, this next clip from VNTRX doesn't actually have any audio behind it, which is a bit of a problem sometimes. If a clip has music or very poor audio, I don't include it because it's just not ideal to watch. But this one had to be included, and I'll just commentate over the top of it as he gets the luckiest position ever and some of the worst enemy players I have ever seen. You can see he's positioned here in the corner on aerodrome, waiting for this enemy team to push as Alpha starts to get burnt by them. He's got the perfect weapon and they just completely swamp him and fail to take him out, and he racks up some serious score. What I can't seem to get though is when you shoot an enemy player, usually the reaction is that they turn around and try and shoot you back. Yeah, maybe they miss some shots, but at least they attempt to. In this clip, barely any of them shoot back. They just lie there and take it as he racks up a huge amount of score in 2 separate streaks before eventually they do take him down. Next up we have Sagwa 5, and he's going to be racking up quite a few kills on Delta Objective Rotterdam on a game of Conquest. RevengeRocks gets himself a nice angle shooting people on the bridge, and then gets a couple of kills in quite a funny way.
Be aware that objective Gustav is lost.
Yusuf Dabor is going to be playing on Twisted Steel, and this is a very nice selection of kills on enemy players that really don't have a clue what's going on Bravo Objective.
انا قتلت 5 بثروينج نايف ورا بعض حالا.
ولا
6.
Moving on, we've got the Big Don. He's going to be playing on Twisted Steel Conquest, and he's going to make use of a nice little flank on these enemy players, getting them all meleeed out of the way.
Objective Caesar is ours. Objective Dora is now ours.
Thielenpower is going to be on Narvik, and this is a nice little push with the STG-44 and some very blind enemy players.
Hey, det är stökigt här. God damn buffoons. No. Buffoons. It is buffoonery.
Playing on front lines, Thomas Ives is going to be pushing towards this Cathedral section on Devastation. A lot of enemy players behind the sandbags get sprayed down, and none of them seem to notice. And as you'll see throughout this video, they are completely blind, and he gets a load of kills. Next up is Krusnik00, performing one of the luckiest kills on a very unlucky enemy player.
Listen to me. We need a smoke barrage immediately.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Battlefield Top Plays. If you did enjoy it, leave a like down below. You can send your clips in to battlefieldtopplays@gmail.com. Make sure you either upload them to Google Drive, Dropbox or YouTube and I'll check them out. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next episode.